All right, we're back at the house now, and I've got several of the high-tech and low-tech gadgets that I use in my everyday life to try to stay as independent as I can. Let's start with a little high-tech here. I've got my iPhone, and it's running a screen reader called VoiceOver. So VoiceOver allows me to navigate and use pretty much anything I want on an iPhone. But if you listen here, I can touch anything on the screen, and it will speak what I touch. So let's try to touch an app.
Voice memos.
There's one.
Camera. Messages.
Message.
2 unread messages.
Okay, so messages, that's my top left app. It told me that I have 2 more. So as you can tell, I can touch anything to speak it, but I also can navigate through the app by swiping, and it'll move in a logical order. So I'll swipe left to right, and you notice it goes across the row.
Contacts. Calendar. Photos.
Down
Camera.
to the next row.
Stocks. Google Maps. Weather.
And there's my weather app. Let's say I want to open that. So where a sighted person would just touch that to open it, I have to highlight it like this and then double tap anywhere on the screen.
Weather. Winter Garden. 74 degrees. Mostly cloudy. High 82 degrees. Low 68 degrees.
All right, nice warm day here in Winter Garden, Florida. So that's the basics of an iPhone. I can do a whole lot more gestures and powerful navigation to use it very efficiently. We'll show you that in another video. Okay, so now let's pull in, I've got a PC here, and I've got a couple of ways to control that PC. So let's move it in front into the camera. I think I've got it in a good place. So I've got a numpad here that I can use to control my PC. The screen reader you heard on my iPhone, they also exist. There's VoiceOvers on the Mac, and I've got a PC here, and there are several screen readers that work with PCs. I'm using one called JAWS, and I can do command and read what's on the screen.
Heading level 1, innovating the future of digital inclusion.
So I've got that. I can arrow down and read the next line.
The AFD Talent Lab aims to meet the accessibility needs of the tech industry and millions of people living with disabilities and through a unique combination.
And I could continue on to read our entire Talent Lab page. And there's other ways I can navigate through a website that are very powerful that allow me to be efficient. And we'll again show you that in another video. Okay, right here, I've got a Braille Display. Very powerful device. There's pins along here that indicate what has focus on the PC. Again, very powerful for someone who maybe would prefer to use Braille instead of speech, or as we've got it set here, Braille with speech. I'm going to move up a line.
Heading level 1, innovating the future of digital inclusion.
And there's that line we started with before. And here I can read it, innovating the future. And I'll go down a line, and watch the pins will go down, and new text will come up.
The AFD Talent Lab aims to meet the accessibility needs of the tech industry and millions of people living with disabilities and through a unique combination.
So I can read that with Braille or the speech. So very powerful. And again, think of a person who's deaf-blind. This is the way they access technology these days, either a smartphone or a PC. And again, they can use it to navigate a PC or even communicate. You could send me a text, and I could send you a text just using this device. All right, so that's some of the high tech. Let's move into some low tech a little bit, right? So over here behind me, I've got a very powerful piece of low tech technology. This is the long white cane. It's my mobility tool. It's how I get around the world. I can go down the street, get on a bus, and go to work. If you notice, I can also break it down and put it away if I want to and get it out of my way if I'm on a bus or a car or something like that. Okay, let's get back. I'm going to put these devices up a little bit and bring over some more tech that I use in my everyday life. Let's do some low tech that I do to have some fun. Here I've got some cards. I got a deck of cards, and if you'll see, I'll show it to you. It's got Braille. So as you can see what that card is, I can also tell that it is the Ace of Hearts. Pretty cool. So I can go to the next card. I've got the 9 of Hearts. I'm working on a flush. And what else we have? I got an Ace of Diamonds. So again, very, very, powerful for me to have fun, right? It's not all work and school all the time. So again, technology helps me in all aspects of my life. There goes my phone talking. Let's turn that guy off.
Screen locked.
And what else? Okay, here's something. This is a thermometer, and it's a talking thermometer. So if you can see that, there's a button here I press, and we'll hear.
The indoor temperature is 70.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature is 70.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right. Just an example of something that talks for me. And I have lots of other devices that around my house. My My thermostat will speak to me, my front door alarm, my microwave has speech on it, all sorts of gadgets like that. Even my meat thermometer will speak to me to tell me if my dinner's cooked or not yet. So very powerful things that I'm able to use to live a more independent life.